At some point, almost everyone believes this. If I study hard, get a good job, and work for 40 years, I'll be fine. And for a while, it looks true. The paycheck comes in, bills get paid, maybe there's a car upgrade, maybe a bigger house. From the outside, it looks like progress. But then something strange happens. You work more, yet you don't feel richer. You earn more, yet the pressure increases. One missed paycheck suddenly feels dangerous. And no matter how responsible you are, wealth always seems just out of reach. This isn't because you're lazy, it's not because you're bad with money, it's because the system you're inside was never designed to make you rich. And to understand why the middle class almost never escapes, we first need to look at how this system quietly defines your entire life. Part 1. The job that owns your time. The middle class lives on one thing, a paycheck. That paycheck feels safe, predictable, responsible. But it comes with a hidden cost that most people never calculate: time. When you trade hours for money, you cap your income by the number of hours you can work. There are only 24 hours in a day, and a large portion of them already belong to your job. This creates a ceiling. You can get raises, promotions, bonuses, but you are always renting out your time, never owning it. And the scarier part? The moment the job stops, the money stops too. This is why layoffs, illness, or even a short break can throw middle-class families into panic. Not because they're reckless, but because their income has no backup engine. And this dependence on time is only the first layer of the trap, because once your income rises, something else rises with it. Part 2. Lifestyle inflation, the quiet thief. When people earn more, they rarely get richer. They just get more expensive. A bigger salary brings a nicer car, a nicer apartment, better phones, better vacations. Everything upgrades at the same speed as income. This is called lifestyle inflation, but it doesn't feel like inflation, it feels like reward. I earned this. I deserve this. I worked hard for this. And that's true, but here's the problem. Every upgrade locks you into higher monthly costs, more bills, more pressure, less flexibility. So even though your income goes up, your freedom doesn't. In fact, it often shrinks. And this leads to something even more dangerous that most people don't realize until it's too late. Part 3. Debt, the invisible leash. Debt is sold as a shortcut to comfort. Buy now, pay later, easy monthly payments. For the middle class, debt becomes normal. Cars are financed, homes are mortgaged, credit cards quietly carry balances month after month. At first, it feels manageable, but debt does one critical thing. It locks your future income before you even earn it. You're no longer working for yourself, you're working for past decisions. And interest makes sure the system always wins. Small payments stretch into decades. A house paid for twice. A car worth half of what you still owe. Debt turns risk into a luxury you can't afford. You can't quit, you can't experiment, you can't take chances, because missing one payment threatens everything. And this is exactly where the system wants you, because while you're busy paying interest, someone else is collecting it.
Part 4. The education myth. Most middle-class people were taught the same formula. Education equals success. Get the degree, get the job, everything else will follow. But what education actually teaches you is how to be employable, not how to build wealth. Schools teach you how to follow instructions, meet deadlines, and fit into systems created by others. They don't teach you how money works. They don't teach you how assets grow. They don't teach you how to use leverage or ownership. And by the time most people realize this, they're already deep into careers that depend on that missing knowledge. This gap creates a painful illusion. People believe they're behind because they didn't try hard enough, when in reality, they were never shown the full map. And the biggest missing piece of that map is the difference between income and ownership. Part 5. Why assets change everything. Here's the secret most middle-class people never hear clearly. Rich people don't work for money. Money works for them. They own things that produce income without their constant presence. Businesses, investments, systems, rights. Assets generate cash flow whether they wake up early or not. Middle-class income, on the other hand, requires constant effort just to survive. This doesn't mean rich people don't work hard, many do, but their effort builds ownership, not just paychecks. The middle class is trained to save what's left over. The wealthy are trained to acquire assets first. And here's the part that hurts. By the time most people learn this difference, they're already locked into mortgages, obligations, and routines that leave little room to change direction, which raises the most uncomfortable question of all. Part 6. Is it designed this way? Look closely and the pattern becomes obvious. The system rewards stability, not independence. Obedience, not risk. Consistency, not creativity. People who follow the rules perfectly often become excellent workers, but not wealthy owners. The middle class keeps the system running. They pay the taxes, they service the debt, they buy the products, they keep everything moving. And because they're busy, stressed, and responsible, they rarely have time to step back and question the structure itself. This isn't about villains or conspiracies. It's about incentives. A system that needs workers will always promote paths that create workers. And escaping that path requires doing something deeply uncomfortable, stepping outside what feels safe, which leads us to the final truth most people avoid. The middle class doesn't fail because it lacks intelligence or effort. It struggles because it plays a game with rules it didn't write. Breaking out doesn't mean quitting your job tomorrow or taking reckless risks. It means learning how money actually moves, how ownership works, how time can be separated from income. It means slowly shifting from being paid once to being paid repeatedly. Not everyone will do this, and that's okay. But understanding the system changes how you move inside it. Because once you see the trap clearly, you stop blaming yourself for being stuck and start asking better questions about where your time, money, and energy are really going. And that awareness alone is something the system never gives away for free.